So, hopefully you've already watched our how to make a pizza video, and in that you'll see that actually you can get 2 pizzas out of 1 piece of the dough. But as I said at the time, if you only want to make the 1 pizza, there's lots of other things that you could do with the other half. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you one of my favourite things to do with that, and this is a fougasse. For those of you who've never seen it or aren't aware what fougasse is, it's a sort of classic traditional French bread used as an accompaniment, sort of tear and share thing, and it's a leaf shape with little holes in it. I'm going to make a garlic and parsley one here, but you can make plain ones, olive oil ones, or just a little sea salt, rosemary, lots of different varieties, but this is my personal favourite as a bit of an alternative to a garlic bread but homemade. So I've got half of my dough piece here, and all I'm going to do in the first place here is kind of try and make it into a bit of a leaf shape, and I'm going to pull that into that sort of roughly sort of leafy style shape, and you'll see I'm getting it a bit thinner, a bit like I did with the pizza, pulling it out, getting a bit of a point at the top there. I'm not going to be too fussy, it's all part of the fun, but that's sort of triangular, vaguely leafy sort of shape that I've got there. You'll hopefully see, and we'll pull that down a bit, and that'll do. Might even just put a little bit of, just to even it out so it's about the same thickness. Fairly straightforward. Okay, so at the moment, a bit of a strange looking thing, I know. Then if you've got a cutter or a pastry board like this, absolutely perfect to use for it, but you can just use a knife as well if you want. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 cuts down the middle. 1, 2, as you can see there. You don't want those cuts to join, you must make sure that they're separate. And then using the other edge of it, I'm going to put 4 or 5 down the side at an angle. 1, 2, make sure that they sort of wiggle it a bit to make sure they come apart. 3, 4, I reckon we can get 1 more in there. 5. Okay, and hopefully you can see those, but you will in a minute because I'm going to pull them apart. And then we'll do exactly the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all we're going to do, you'll see, it pulls apart, like so. And you get this fascinating bread. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm going to pick that up and pop it onto a tray. Now this tray I've already brushed with, oh, I'm going to pull that apart a bit, that's it. I've already brushed that with some melted garlic butter. So I've brushed the whole bottom of that with some garlic butter that I made earlier on. There's just got parsley, some butter and some garlic and a little bit of extra sea salt. And then I'm going to brush the rest of this with it as well. So we'll brush that over the top there, like so. Doesn't matter too much about the shape, it's all about it being interesting, fun. When it rises up, it'll really take on a slightly different shape. You get a lovely golden brown colour with it, especially with the parsley on there. And we'll let that come on up. That's it. Keep that to one side, just pull that a bit more to the side there. And then again, I'm going to put that at the back, just to prove a little longer. We'll put that there, and we'll give that probably 15 minutes to prove. Shouldn't take long, because it's been quite worked, it's quite thin. 15-20 minutes to prove up, and then we'll have a look at that just before we pop it in the oven. We'll keep the extra garlic butter, because when it comes out, we'll brush it with yet more, so it's really lovely and rich, unctuous and garlicky. So we'll have a look at that in about 20 minutes. Okay, the fougasse we made. That's sitting in the back here, it's proved up a little bit now. Had about 10-15 minutes to prove, and you can see it's just gone a little bit puffy, started to rise, edges are smoothed out, and that's now ready to go in the oven. So nothing else to do with that. I've turned the oven down to 180 degrees, very much similar to the focaccia if you've watched the focaccia video. And I'm going to pop that straight in this oven here. No steam, because I don't particularly want this to be crusty. I want it to be a little bit soft and the steam forms a crust. So 180 degrees, no steam, in she goes. And she's probably going to take about 12 to 15 minutes. So we'll give it 12 and we'll have a little look at it then and see how she's looking. Okay, the fougasse has had about 15 minutes now in the oven at 180 and is looking really rather lovely now. It's got a lovely golden brown. That's what you're looking for. So it's not always about the time, you want it to look very much like that. You can see it's puffed up, she's lovely and golden brown, light. You can just feel by feeling that she's cooked. I can smell the garlic coming off of that, which is lovely. And all I'm going to do, just to finish that off, is while she's hot, I kept some of that garlic butter back, which I think hopefully you remember from early on in the video, and I'm just going to brush that over the top and let that melt into there. And you could have extra garlic butter with this, some sour cream, and then literally pop that on a table, and all you're going to do is tear that off and eat it. and you've got that lovely shine. Smell the garlic. I mean, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Fougasse, and so simple. You could easily get 2 of those out of a piece of dough if you wanted to. Fougasse.